Welcome back, Cavalier fans, to the 2016 Cavalier football season preview for our 2016 season. So a lot of things happening this year so far. We've gone through 3 scrimmages. We're making progress. We're really improving. We've got some challenges this year. We lost 20 out of 22 starters from last year's undefeated state championship team, 2015. So going into this year, a lot of unknowns. With a lot of players. Predominantly, I would say all starters will be seniors and juniors, which is a good thing because those guys feel like it's their turn, and so we have a couple sophomores that might help us out on special teams, but for the most part, a senior and junior ball club at the varsity level. Let me check a couple things here. Returning starters, like I said, we lose out of those 22 positions, really 20 of the starters, really 19 probably and a half. Dylan Toby played some defensive back quite a bit, outside linebacker, safety look, and he will be our returning quarterback and outside linebacker. Troy Sanding was our starting right tackle. He's going to move over to left tackle, and Neil Mullenkamp was our safety, and also played some receiver, and we'll start at both of those spots this year. He's also our kicker. So like I said, lot of challenges. We also, uniquely, we have only 4 home games this year. Last year we had 6 home and 4 away, and just by the way that our Delphus Jefferson game 2 worked out, we played them home last year, and so that's we would obviously prefer to have 5 and 5. So last year we had 6 home. So we're going to travel, and our first 3 games are on the road this year. So we go to Kenton, we go to Delphus Jefferson, and then we open up league season at Marion. So that's a tough start. And then our first home game will be with Fort Recovery, who we know were the Division 7 state champion last year, and returning several big kids and a quarterback that's committed to Toledo already. So tough 4 games right off the bat. This fall, I guess so far, we've had some ups and downs in the scrimmages. We went over to Walpock and they took it to us, and that was a really good learning experience for us, especially up front. And so we've made some really good improvements after seeing that film and seeing it playing against a good team, good quality Division III team who has been in the playoffs for the last 3 or 4 years. So that was a good eye opener for us, but we're making progress. We scrimmaged Greenville and did well, and then again Tenora we had our it's called a jamboree, but we played about a half of live football, everything, kicking. The whole game was just like a regular game, so that was good for us, and we played pretty well. I think the score was 28-0 at half, and I think we scored one more, maybe 2 more after that early in the third quarter. Some key guys that are coming in, and I don't want to go over all of them, but everybody always likes to know about the quarterback, Dylan Toby. Has had a really good fall. He's 6'3". He really is physically looks like a college quarterback. He's 6'3" and a half, 185 pounds. He can run. I think that's an added dimension to our team this year. That Dylan is a good runner, so he can throw and run. Sam Broering is our backup. He's a junior, and he'll play some wide out too. But he's had a good fall. So really happy with our quarterback situation. Defensively, I would say our strength is probably our outside linebackers and our defensive ends. So big Andrew Seifring and Patrick Klosterman are 6'1", 190 pound, but really athletic defensive ends. Dylan Toby. And Zach Klosterman is what we call a B backer. He's our outside linebacker, 6'5", 200-pounder, good wrestler, and has really had a good camp. He'll also play some wide receiver for us. And then right down the middle there we have Neil Mullenkamp as our safety returning. So that's a good nucleus, and a lot of other guys that those tackles and linebackers and corners are all new guys. So hopefully they'll come around and we'll talk about them at a later date. Offensively, again, we have Neil returning, and Dylan is the quarterback, like I said. Zach Klosterman, I mentioned him. He's gonna play some offense. O-line will be interesting this year because I think we got a situation where all 5 O-lineman starters will not be playing defense, which is a really good bonus for us if those guys can come through. And again, I'll talk about those guys at a later date. Troy Sanning will anchor that crew, and so hopefully that O-line group, a mixture of seniors and juniors, will come around and play well for us. Strength of our team, I guess, it's hard to really tell right now, but we feel like we can run. I guess that's probably the strength of our team. We got a lot of guys who can really run. So I think we can run to the ball well. I think we can make some big plays on offense because of that speed. Like I said before, we have a dual run pass threat with Dylan, and so that really helps. Weaknesses, I guess, you don't like to talk about your kids and being not as good or whatever, but I would say the unknown part is I would say the offensive line and the linebacker core. We lost all 4 starting linebackers, and really for the most part, other than Troy Sanning, our whole line. So all those guys are new, and so like I said, they got an eye opener over at Walpock, but have really improved the last 2 weeks there. So we feel good about those guys now, and hopefully move into Kenton and play well. Goals for the year, I guess. We always really start with trying to wanting to having a goal of competing for the league championship, and like I said earlier, we're going to get tested right off the bat with Marion and Fort Recovery back to back, which I think are two of the top teams in the league, at least as you look at it going into the year, based on last year's returners and things like that. So that's the goal. And I guess the second goal is to continue that playoff streak that we have going. I think it's 20 years now. So that's a huge goal for us to continue that streak, and that streak is the longest in the state. So that would be a good feather in our cap to continue that. We travel to Kenton. These first 2 games, if you're traveling, the first 2 games are at 7 o'clock. A lot of leagues have gone to the 7 o'clock start. So Kenton in the WBL, and then Delphus Jefferson is also a 7 o'clock start at Delphus. So some long road trips to start the season, but those are both 7 o'clock games. Before I close here, a little shout out to our college guys. I think we have 7 of them. I'm going to take a peek at my thing here just so I don't miss anybody. But Austin Bruns is at Ashland. He's in his senior year. Zach Dickman is down at Mount St. Joe in Cincinnati, also in his senior year. Jordan Harlemer, Kyle Bergman, those guys were all on that same team together. The other 15-0 team from 2012. Jordan is up at Hillsdale playing defensive tackle, and Kyle Bergman is a punter and kicker at Ohio Northern. So those 4 guys are all in their senior years. Younger guys, we have Brody Hoyne is up at Eastern Michigan, playing defensive back, and hopefully he'll be he's right in the mix to be a starter there. Greg Gillen, part of that 2014 team. He's a long snapper over at Ball State. Craig Shanehair has joined him from last year's team as a walk-on at Ball State playing linebacker. And let's see here. I think that was 7. I guess those were the 7 guys, and I think even Ryan Griesdorn is up at Toledo, and he's going to try to punt. So he's going to have a tryout this week. So shout out to those guys. Good luck, fellas, and hopefully get some playing time and have a good experience. And if I missed anybody, I apologize for that. So 2016 Cavaliers. Coach's Corner, welcome, and good luck to the Cavs, and thanks for everybody's support.